Keandre, Alex, Tyler, what is up, you three? What's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
What up? What up?
All right, you ready? Ready for that dad show?
Yeah, I'm always ready. I'm ready.
It's here.
Yeah, I could use some humor.
All right.
For real.
It used to be free at a gas station. Now it's $1.50. You know why?
Inflation?
Yes, you got it. Someone actually got one. Gotcha. All right. Welcome. We got a good show. Hope you enjoy. Finally, someone got one of the jokes. Proud of you.
That's funny, because I was getting there, bro. I felt the Rolodex in my brain going.
There you go.
For that podcast.
What up? Welcome to episode 5 of season 2 of the Four Dads podcast. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Vince. We got Keandre, we got Alex, we got Tyler on the line. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Going on,
What
guys?
up?
Good. So Cinco.
There we go. All right. We want you to please subscribe to the podcast. We got a YouTube page. Come check us out. Four Dads Podcast to search for us. And also we are on the gram, on Instagram. Again, Four Dads Podcast. Come hit us up. But to get things kicked off, guys, you know the topic. You know the topic we're going to jump into right now, and that's the struggles of the week. So who got one? Who wants to go first? Hit me.
So I go. Who's that?
Go ahead, Al. It's all you.
All right, I got that. So I'm standing around my son. All of a sudden, my agent, my oldest, he's sitting around. He's like, "Oh, I left something at school." I'm like, "That's all right. We'll get it tomorrow." He looks down. He's like, "Damn it." I'm like, "Bro, where does damn it come from? Like, where are you getting this from?" All the time he says "damn it" or "damn," and it's in the right context, bro. It's crazy. I'm like, where's that coming from, bro? Damn it this, damn it that.
Bro, you saying David in the house is probably what it is, right?
Probably, bro.
Oh no. All right. Next up. Who's going?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm sure I didn't talk about this with you all, so bear with me here. But my wife decided to take a trip to New York to visit all her friends. And
girls trip.
Yeah, girls trip. I ain't talking about it with y'all, right? Yeah. Okay. I need to make sure. So she took a girls trip, and I had the kids with me all weekend, and it was supposed to be fun and games. And I was excited while weary because it's a whole weekend with these terrible monsters. My loving kids. And I just was prepared, but I didn't really know what to expect. And the first night after, I put the kids to sleep, I fell asleep on the couch, just working on something, passed out. I wake up at like 2 a.m, and I hear this noise like around me. And mindful, my kids' room is on the upstairs. I'm all the way in the basement. And I just hear this sound like someone is playing with toys. I get up, I look around, and my son, Tyler Jr., is playing downstairs with some of his toys. What surprised me about this interaction is the fact that not only was he playing with just his toys, he was also playing with his poopy diaper that he had taken off of himself and proceeded to spread all over my downstairs floor. And it wasn't just like the hard poop, like you had a good fibrous diet, like you've been eating well. This was like, I've been eating ice cream and cheese for like 3 days, and you just about to deal with this shit. So it was like runny diarrhea all over my floor at 2 a.m. And you're droning at that point. So you get up and you clean them up, you change everything, and you disinfect and you clean the surface. And then it's like 5 a.m. by the time you're finished doing all of that. And you're like, hey, should I go back to bed? And then the baby wakes up.
Yeah.
No, do not go back.
Good time. I may have revenge out for you.
Yeah, it was not fun.
He said,
Nah,
hey,
I would have
Dad.
called her wife. I would have called her wife like, yo, if you're gonna come back here now, you better come back now.
My wife probably would have been like, have fun cleaning up that doo-doo butter.
Yeah,
I'll talk to
that's
you
what she
later.
was-
Yeah.
Just said good luck and laugh.
Keandre, coming to you, man. What you got?
It's I don't know, the struggle of the week for me is kind of getting my kids to listen to their mom as much as they listen to me. But I think I developed too much. Like I started too young with like no talking back, so
All right.
they always like try to argue with mom, and then y'all know better because y'all wouldn't do it with me.
Right.
So it's like correcting them every time. Even if it's not even arguing, they go back and forth, so I don't like them doing that. So that's like, once they start talking back and they have their own opinions.
Mhm.
But I'm not really a fan of like talking back to your mom. So
That's right. Now, does your wife allow it though? Like, is she okay to have the conversations back and forth, or is she just like just as pissed off as you?
sometimes it's like she has the conversations with them, right? But a lot of times she doesn't need to have the conversation,
Right.
and gets into it, and then I'm like, babe, you don't even have to explain that to them. And they're
Right.
like, you know what, you're right, I don't have to explain that to you. It's like natural, and I'm like, you don't have to explain nothing you tell them to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, you know what, just do what I told you to do. Then it's like, because at first she kind of like talks to him, but I'm like, you don't have to explain nothing to them. Your mom, whatever mom says do, you do. Right? You stop asking them questions.
Right.
And it's really like a back and forth, like not like a bad back and forth, but sometimes kids always asking why.
Right.
Why that?
I have that battle now.
Why do I have to do that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, if you just do it, then you'll understand why.
Right.
But sometimes we don't have to tell you why. We don't have time to tell you why.
Right.
Do this. But that's the struggle, is like understanding you don't need to know why.
I think the more frustrating thing about that is just that sometimes they argue with you so much that they could have been done like 10 minutes prior if they would just listen and did it. You were like, yo, we still talking about this. This could have been done like 5 minutes ago. If you just realize it. But I get it, man. I know for myself, is my younger son teething now. We're back at that stage all over again. And it's a pain. And it's a pain with the drooler. My man's getting his molars. And you just see him just randomly chewing on stuff like, yo, what are you doing? Like, for example, we have a coffee like station in our kitchen, and it's all metal. And I'll look over, my man's just at like the middle part, just going at it, just chewing it at it. I was like, yo, doesn't that hurt? Like, yo, why don't you stop? Looks back at me and just goes right back at it. He's like, so I'm like mushing his face, mushing his face away from it. Like, yeah, come on, man, come on. So that's what we're dealing with at the house. But I've gotten bitten on the shoulder so many times.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. Like I felt like I just grew an extra layer of protection to skin there now. So. That's what I got. Fellas. All right. For now, we are going to move over to the fun topic that I like to get into with John. This is this or that.
Love torturing us, yo.
Yes, I do. And I got a little something on the side, too. I'm going to tell you afterwards that we're going to go over just for appreciation. But to start things off, Mr. Keandre, you coming up first. You ready? You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pretty simple one. Would you rather be kissed by a pig on the lips or kissed by a skunk on the lips?
Oh, I'll kiss a pig.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got me.
Pigs eat shit, dog.
They do.
I know.
The face, though. I know.
But I'm too scared of smelling like a skunk.
But you just get in the tomato bath. You good.
I don't have any knowledge on it.
All right. You kiss that pig then. All right, Alex, coming to you. Would you rather meet an alien or meet a zombie?
Bro, alien all day.
All right, you get probed. You go ahead. Tyler, would you rather have man boobs or a big tummy?
A big tummy.
One that you
Dad bods are in, B. Dad bods are in, yo. These people out here love seeing a belly. That means you work hard, Daddy. That means you doing your thing.
That shit's in right now. You talking about?
All right. The dad bods.
There you go. Support them. I got you. All right, getting more into the family aspect of this, Keandre, coming right back to you. All right, you cannot switch one or the other when I say this. Would you rather live without your kids' pictures or live without your kids' videos saved?
Video or pictures. I'm taking. I'd rather take the videos.
Gotcha.
Because I have some really good videos.
There you go.
Videos.
That's a good one. It's a good one to think about. All right, Alex, this is a multifaceted question coming your way. All right. Would you rather have your kids become broken happy, financially okay, but emotionally just okay, or rich and unhappy?
Broken happy, bro, all day. You know what? I feel like your mental state is everything. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be happy.
I feel you. I got you. All right, Tyler, last one up. You ready? Yeah, you better be. All right. Would you rather have your kids despise everything about you forever or hate everything about your mom for 1 year?
Whoa.
Their mom, excuse me. So your wife.
Oh yeah, she could get it for a year. Yeah, she could get it. Yeah. When you said my mom, I was like, ooh. But you was like my wife. Oh yeah, she could get it for a year.
All right. Well, let's just make the adjustment then. How about your mom?
Wow, she in New York.
Right, she.
And I'm out here getting diapers and shit.
I'll probably still go with my mom. You could be changing it for a year, because man, we could work through that after a year. We could get past that, you know. Mm-hmm. But that hating everything I do, that be everything I do. You don't hate.
Yeah. You try to be the best you could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm too active for that.
I hear you. All right, so we got a little side topic I'm throwing in here. It's kind of like to show appreciation. All right, let's take the moment and we just do this. Alex, when's the last time you went to a movie theater and watched a movie?
Honestly, it's been years, bro. Maybe over 5 years, 6 years, maybe even longer than that.
That's a long ass time. You should get to it. All right,
bro. Long time, bro. I don't even know what's in theaters right now, bro. I can tell you what's on Netflix.
Tyler, when's the last time you paid something with cash?
Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Ties.
Okay.
Pay my ties with cash.
Ties. Okay.
Shout out to the Lord.
Okay. Hey, Kiki, this one's going to be a little silly, all right? When's the last time you washed your shower curtains? I'm looking at you.
What?
I just wanted to get your reaction.
You supposed to wash those?
No, check that. I just wanted to get your reaction on that one. But this one is going to be like, when's the last time you washed your towels?
Oh, my towels?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I washed towels like 2 days ago.
All right, so
wait, why we overlook the shower curtain question? That was a good one.
Let's go back to it. Let's go back. Let's revisit it.
Shower curtain?
Yep. When's the shower curtains?
Oh, we had.
Don't lie.
What? Well, we had just replaced them like last weekend.
Oh, so you replaced them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't wash them things neither.
I'll give you a pass. Every once in a while, I wash mine. Plastic and all back there.
Man, them things cost like $1.
Shit.
Yeah. Just replace it.
Dollar Richard. Dollar Richard, baby. All right, man. Those are our topics. Thanks for that. All right, now we're going to be moving on to the main topic. This one's code switching. All right. I'm gonna give y'all a brief definition of it, and I'm just gonna come out and ask a question. All right, here's the definition. Code switching involves adjusting to one style of speech, appearance, behavior, and expression in ways that will optimize the comfort of others in exchange for fair treatment, quality service, and employment opportunities. So, throwing this out to the group, I'm gonna start off with the first question. Do you find yourself code switching in front of other people to appease them?
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Go ahead, Tyler.
Oh no, just that was okay. Yeah, impulsively, yeah. That's my answer. Yeah, because I know that I do it to make them feel more comfortable in my workplace. I used to do it all the time. I was in West Hartford, Connecticut, West Hartford, Connecticut. So definitely it was to appease them for a period of time. That amount that I do it has gone down substantially. But I definitely found myself doing that more than often.
I was going to say, just because, like this big push that you see in corporate environment and other environments as well is, diversity, inclusion, and everything like that. Now that having that information from there, I was just also going to say, you kind of answered the question, do you find yourself doing it less and less now? Or is it kind of like knowing like this big push to be true to yourself, right? Do you feel yourself that you're more true to yourself now in your work environment and your other aspects that you may find yourself doing that code switching? So.
Yeah, just to finish and follow up with what you just asked, Vince. Definitely, it's a lot less now, and I think that we all have the advantage of being from West Hartford, Connecticut area. Or just to Connecticut in general, because I think that we're all by nature really good at this. I can, on the drop of a dime, put my white voice on, and it's just a tool that I keep in my utility belt. But I didn't realize till later in life, after again going to an HBCU and really finding myself, because I didn't have that in the home for real. So when I found myself, I realized like, hey, why am I actually doing this? And who is it actually appeasing? Am I doing it for myself or am I doing it for them? And when I realized that I was doing it more for them than I was for myself, I kind of turned that switch down a little bit, because I feel like if you can't accept me for who I am at this stage of my life, then you probably don't need to be around me. And that goes to my workplace as well. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't accept me, the Tyler that you all know and that I'm comfortable with being all the time, then I'm gonna. It's just a quicker route.
Oh, did we lose him? I think we lost him.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. I'll try to fill in what he was trying to say. Basically, he was just saying, hey, if you can't accept me for who I am, baby, don't bring me in. Don't let me do that. Right. Yeah, for real though. It's because, when you get to that, you kind of like, well, why am I even around you if that's the case, if I can't be myself around you? Right. Who needs that type of false, fake phoniness, right? I want to say. And I feel like now I have just been more comfortable in my own skin. Maybe it's age, right? Once you get older, and you experience different things, you kind of like, well, you're like, fuck this, man. I'm just going to be me. I don't care if you care. Because, back in the days and stuff, let's say like maybe high school or something like that, everyone is trying to find themselves, right? Or be someone that they're not, or they may be someone that they are. They could have found themselves in an earlier age, but in the same vein, you think you have a million friends, right? When you're in that area. So you have to act a certain way to appeal your friends. You can bring it back to school days, not just in the corporate environment or in work. So I want to get your thoughts, Alex and Keandre. Jump in. I know.
Yeah, man. So let me tell you. So, go back to the whole thing. So a few years back, you know what I'm saying, before I even started, my career in Department of Correction, it's funny because I went into the interview. I went in with a little 3-piece suit. I had little glasses, everything. I don't even wear glasses, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went in there with glasses and shit. so I'm trying to look
like a whole lawyer out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I get up in there, I do my thing, you know what I mean? I had a great interview, and answered great questions, and she fucking chest all out, proud, shook hands, nice and firm. It was great, But now it's like I'm into the career years later, and I got kids, and now it's like the environment that I'm on. It's kind of different than like than corporate. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like you have to kind of have thick skin to work where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? And being that I'm around inmates, they can read who right through you. You know what I'm saying? For yourself. I'm trying to be somebody who I'm not. I'm gonna have a long career. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just be who I am. I like to joke. I like to talk about sports. I like to, all that shit. So I don't even when I go to work, bro. It's a good time because I am who I am.
Right. All right. I hear you. That's a good input. That's right there.
Sounds healthy too.
It does.
Yeah,
It does. It's a healthy thing to have. Keandre, what about yourself?
I think who I used to be when I was younger is not really much who I am now. I think I've been through like some things, and it made me like see the world differently. But with age, like you were saying, it made me not care about everybody's opinion so much, because you still have to, I think, respect how the world is and how certain situations are. Like it could be work friends, but there's certain people that you just have to be a certain way with, and not because you want to be like more like them. Is that a lot of times, I know sometimes I do a lot of stuff that might be a little bit too crazy for certain people. So I'm not gonna do those things when I'm with them, but it doesn't mean I'm not trying to be me. I'm just saying that I know I could be a lot more certain, right? So it's really about them, like not about me being appropriate for the situation, right? Not about to turn up as some little kid, little 1-year-old, we got babies around. Like it's just, but it's like, I feel like it, then I'm going to go somewhere where I want to do what I want to do. Because I have a spectrum, but I'm comfortable being everything. Right. And that's where you got to get into a place where you're comfortable, like being what you want to be. Right. And you're comfortable knowing that, like, if somebody sees you that way, then it's like, all right, well, I'm cool with you seeing me. It's just that if I'm out of line, that's different.
Right.
If I'm in the right place for what I need to do, who I need to be, right? Because like I'm not gonna talk to you guys how I would talk to like a little girl, right? So the words got to be different. Like how I talk to teenagers, is not how I'm gonna talk to some toddlers.
Now here's a follow up. Have one of y'all, gone somewhere and had your kids and everything like that, but you ended up realizing like, why am I talking like this to other people in front of your kids? Because I have subconsciously done that myself. And then I ask myself, am I really being true to who I am in front of my kids? Right. So, because then it just may seem like I don't want them to repeat the same thing that I have to do. Obviously, behave, and when you're speaking and stuff, have respect for others when you're talking, but be yourself. Be yourself. I think it took me a little bit of time where, it actually took me subconsciously in my head, especially at work, just to be like, yeah, I'm enough. I'm enough. I got this. I am enough. Like just those simple words is like, even though it's, it may sound stupid, but just applying that before you go and have a conversation with someone, you put all that shit aside, but that's my thought of it. I didn't know if you three have ever been in that position to where you have talked like that in front of your kid subconsciously and then kind of corrected yourself from there or not.
Nah, I don't think I have. I kind of just, I am who I am.
To be honest, I try to be my most authentic self with my kids.
Right.
I try to be who you are by yourself. That's who I try to be. I try to be who I am by myself. Like the part of me that I really nobody see. I kind of try to let my kids see it.
For sure.
Only because I need them to not feel like I'm being a hypocrite or I'm being a certain way. Because I just don't feel comfortable them seeing me that way. rather them see me like with mistakes and see me like grow and see me like do stuff, than for me to tell them, don't do this. And then I turn around and they look at me like, oh, telling me to do this all these years. And he's he's like lying to us. And that makes me uncomfortable to think that. And they might not even think that, but just me thinking that they think that is enough for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna just let them, I'm not gonna put them in nothing, no danger. But if I just like, say like whatever I want to say, like if I'm talking and I something slips, you know how some people are like, oh, sorry, you say a bad word around your kid and they're like, oh, sorry, like I know better with like other people's kids, but when it comes to mine, I tend to swear around them more than often. I tend to like, some people like, oh, let's wait until the kids go to sleep. I'm like, I didn't grow up that way either, so I'm just like, however they see me, I'm okay with, because I know I'm not really doing anything bad.
Right.
I'm just like being more like out about being like who I am, with them. I just don't want them to ever see me as someone who's like fit or something like that. So
Yeah. I think about stuff where, I was told at an early age, fake it till you make it, right? So then if you apply that knowledge into trying to, be someone or to make it in life, I think you subconsciously do that. You change in different circumstances, or it could just be a way of trying to fit in so that you don't get, not necessarily called out or exposed or anything like that. That's not what I mean in those situations, but be scapegoated all is probably what I'm the words I'm trying to get at. So I don't know. Those are just my opinions. I'm trying to be better at just being my authentic self all the time, but it is a struggle and it's hard. I will put that out there, especially in an environment that you work in with the people who are predominantly white and not necessarily can relate to what you're talking about half the time. So then it's kind of like, do I even say anything? Do you just become that quiet motherfucker in the background, just don't say shit, just because of the fact you can't relate to anybody, right? It's a tough situation, but
corporate world definitely does that to you.
Corporate
I
world,
was gonna say, bro,
it does.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Yeah,
it does. Right, because what my past life when I was in retail and everything like that, this is most authentic self that you would get from me
all the time.
All the time. Right. You didn't give two shits, right? But then when you switch, the money gets a little greener. You kind of like, hey man, I'm gonna act this way, but you don't have to. That's the thing. So I don't know. It's kind of my 2 cents in it. So
yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything to add?
That was good.
Cool. Final takeaway: be yourself. Fuck it.
Be yourself, man.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just watched this show. I saw it on YouTube. I think it was like a competition to see if you could guess like the white person in the room.
Really?
Right? It's like 5 black people lined up and then like 1 white person, and they were all blindfolded, and you had to tell who it was by mannerisms, by how you spoke, and by your personal experiences. And they got that shit wrong. They lost. The white dude he won. He pulled the curtain over their eyes, whatever, but he did it. And I felt like, honestly, Vince, because the corporate world and because of where we're from, I feel like I could win that game if it was reversed and it was a bunch of white people in the room.
I think so.
And they had to find the black person. I feel like that's a much harder game, which is why I probably haven't seen it yet. Because we're gonna be out there winning that thing left and right. Because code switching, I feel like, is just something that comes second nature.
Just don't ask us to say the word ask.
But because
you're gonna say X.
Oh, man. X.
What were you about to say, Keandre?
I mean, to get a little deeper on it, honestly, you have to sometimes, because when you're the only person in the room that looks like you, you're gonna either be you or they're gonna look at you as somebody different. And I'm trying to stay in that room, because in the room, that's when the conversations start happening. Yeah. That's when they start making a little bit more money. we just as a society got to stop or we got to get better at, having everybody feel equal to everybody. So nobody has to be anything different. Right. Because everybody, if you walk in a room, you know how many times you guys walked in a room and no one really looked like you in that room, and you in there and you belong there, but they might not feel like you belong there because they haven't seen anybody like you before. Right. Nobody talked like you before and look like you and talk and, be as serious as they are about the same thing.
Yep.
Because you don't look like them, gotta try to figure out how they can understand you. So now you gotta talk like them. And we shouldn't have to do that, but
you shouldn't.
Fortunately, it goes.
Be yourself. Be yourself. So, good talk, fellas. Thank you,
man.
Thank you, Alex. You gonna take it away for the quarter of the episode?
Yeah, quarter of the episode. We got fathers are men who dare to place the world's hopes and dreams in their children. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I always want them to be better than us, man.
Always. Even if it's 1% better, you are better.
That's it.
We get it. All right. Well, thank you, audience, for listening. Thank you, gentlemen. You guys, please hit that subscribe button. Come listen to us. Come check us out at YouTube and also in our podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Please check it. Tyler is pointing at phantom places, so we'll try to put things in there. So come hit us up for Dad's Podcast. Thank you again, everyone. See you in number 6. Peace, fellas.
Peace out.